Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Class 47PT YouTube channel. Now, as I'm sure you're all aware, we recently hit 2,000 subscribers, and to say a massive thank you to everyone, I'm going to be doing a couple of 2,000 subscriber specials. And having hit 2,000 subscribers, I decided to treat myself to the new Bachmann Class 158. So sit back and relax and enjoy, as in this 2,000 subscriber special I'll be taking a look at the new Bachmann Class 158, and I'm really looking forward to this. Now, the new Bachmann Class 158 has been a long time coming. It was announced around 2011, and so it's taken 7 or 8 years for it to be released, but it's here now. At the moment, this is the initial stock. There is remaining stock during the new year. So far, 3 versions are available. The one I've gone for is the Regional Railways livery, which this is the livery that would have been seen in my era, the 90s, and I absolutely love this livery. I admit originally I wasn't going to be getting the new 158, I wasn't planning to do so, but then when I started seeing pictures of these, I thought I've got to get one of these because they look absolutely stunning. So the old 158 that I have, that's gone, that's been sold off, and the new 158 is going to be replacing that model. Now, for this video I'm going to be doing something a bit different. Usually when I do these reviews I talk about the packaging, but I'm not going to be doing that in this video. I am still going to show the unboxing in this video, but I'm not going to talk about the packaging. I'm not going to talk about the instruction manual. I may take a look at the detail packs if there's any in this model, but we're going to unbox the model and we're going to get straight onto the model. So we're not going to talk about the packaging, we're going to do something a bit different for this video. So both of the units have been unboxed and they're out of the boxes. So we do get some detail bags with some accessories in. So in this little detail bag we have an exhaust pipe and frame extensions. This is the exhaust pipe and these little bits here are the frame extensions. We get another bag and again we have an exhaust pipe, frame extensions, but we also have the coupling tool that's supplied with the model, and I will be demonstrating how to use this later on. Now, before I come on to the detail, it is worth mentioning that both these units have motors in them. Usually when I've come across DMUs, only the one unit has a motor in and the other is a dummy car, but in this case both units are motorised, and the motors have been hidden in the end just up here. So it's very cleverly hidden because it means it doesn't take up any of the seating compartments. And also both these units are quite light, because in the past when you get the one unit that's motorised and the one that's a dummy, the one that has the motor in is really heavy and the dummy car is quite light. In this case both units are light, which is not a problem really, because to be honest with you, a DMU doesn't need much weight in it at all, or any, because it's a 2-car unit at the end of the day. Now, the detail on these models is absolutely stunning. There has been a lot of work that's gone into these, and a lot of detail as well. For example, we have handrails on the front there, just above the light clusters. We have separately fitted window wipers. We have destinations in the destination blinds. We got a separately fitted lamp irons there as well by the gangways, and these models do have working lights. Now what's particularly special with these is they have directional lights, they have passenger composite lights in here, they do also have cab lights in the interior, but they also have door interlock lights as well. And also with the lights there are some switches underneath here which I'll show you later. And you can also have day and night time settings. The livery application on the units is spot on. It's a very nice even coat of paint with no errors in the paintwork anywhere at all the colours are correct. It's very nice and evenly and crisply done. And also the Regional Railways logos are crisply applied as well. And it's an overall superb livery, and I absolutely love this livery, it's gorgeous. On the underframes we have a couple of bits of details that have been picked out and painted, which does make the detail on this model stand out. Even the exhaust on this model just here has been painted, and that has been separately fitted. On the old Class 158 model, none of the details on the underframes are painted. And also, if I just zoom the camera in, I have to get the camera down a bit lower to see this, but we do have very small crisply applied font on each detail part that basically tells you what it is. And even the warning signs there on the battery box, I mean, that just looks stunning. And also, if I turn the model upside down, there is some extra detail there underneath the model, which was absent on the old 158. The interior of the model has been painted. As you can see, there's the interior inside the cab, and it really is nice to see them painted. And also the interior inside the unit, we have the seats, which have also been painted as well, which looks really nice. And also the windows on this model are not blacked out like they were on the old 158s, and that's because with the old 158 there was a little motor just in the middle with a couple of flywheels either side of it, and so the interiors were blacked out because of that. And also you can clearly see the seats in these models, and also you do have the no smoking signs as well, crisply applied in the windows. By the doors we have the buttons and the lights and the caution sign as well, and I'll just zoom in to show you that, and the detail on that is just faultless. That is absolutely stunning. It's little things like that as well that really does add to the detail on this model. The detail on the rear of the units, you have the exhaust on the back there, and of course you've got the corridor gangways and warning signs, but I turn my attention to the couplings, which is not something I've seen before in any model I've owned, because it has the motor unit. This one here has these pins sticking out, and this car has the socket for the pins to slot into. Now I know real track models have done something similar with their Class 144 and 143s. I think they might have done it with the 156s as well, I'm not too sure. But that's the first time I've seen Bachmann do this on a DMU. Because usually on DMUs I've seen from Bachmann, they use this drawbar connector that slots into these NEM sockets. But I always find that to be a bit fiddly to do when either connecting or disconnecting them, because the sockets have a tendency to bend back slightly. So there's the risk of possibly damaging the socket if you're not careful, or even the drawbar connector. So I'm hoping that these couplings will be easier to connect and disconnect. I mean, all the detail is there on these models, and it's just fantastic to see. Another special feature that these models have are the BSI couplings, because these are actually functional, and you can actually fit these BSI couplings together, so you can have multiple units. And the way this is done is quite simple. You just simply gently push them together, and to disconnect them you just simply gently pull them apart. And to see that on a model, I mean, that's absolutely stunning, because that's not something I don't think we've seen before. I mean, the technology we have now in model railways to allow us to have things like this, it's absolutely amazing. It's also worth mentioning as well that these BSI couplings, they do move, as you can see, which that is great to see. Also, these little handrails that you get on the roof, they are separately fitted, as you can see, and that just looks superb. So now I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use the coupling tool. Now when you're connecting the two together, you use this to put behind the coupling to support it whilst attaching the two together. I didn't show this on camera because it is quite fiddly to do, but to disconnect them, it is easier to do, because what you just simply do is you just slot it under here, and then you slide it into the clip which holds the two together, and you twist to release. Just like so. So it can be a bit fiddly to do. It does go without saying, especially if you're trying to do it on camera. But it is quite a nice little tool to have, this. So here is the switches, which are located under car A of the model. So these are all the switches. So these are for the directional lights and the interior lights. And they are all on at the moment, so you just simply, you can use a needle or a cocktail stick to switch them on or off, whichever ones that you want to have on or off, or whether you want to have them all on. I've set them for all of them to be on. So I've just fitted the frame extensions and the exhaust pipes on these models, and they've slotted in together very nicely and easily. And the glue I've used is Yoo-hoo, because I haven't got any polycement at present, but the Yoo-hoo has worked a treat. So first impressions then, the new Bachmann 158 is an overall stunning model. A lot of detail has gone into this model, and especially with the features that have gone into this model, both cars being motorised, functional BSI couplings, working door interlock lights, and all the other details I've gone into this model. I think it's probably safe to say that this is probably the reason why it took so long for Bachmann to release this model. And also, when comparing this to the old 158, this model certainly is not only a more detailed version of the 158 and a more high spec model, because a lot of features have gone into this, much more than what's gone into the old Bachmann 158. This is a better model. It's more expensive, but it is a better model. If you don't want to spend this much money on the 158, then go for the old 158, but it's not as detailed as this one. And also, looking at the light clusters, they are much accurate to the real 158s than they are on the old Bachmann 158. So the new Bachmann 158 is a stunner. So now we've got to get this model running and see how it performs, and see if this runs as well as it is detailed. So now we come to the running performance for the new Class 158. It is a tad little bit noisy, but then it will need some running in, and this should improve once it's been run in. And I have given it some lubrication as well. But this is really smooth, this is. It goes without saying that it runs as it should when we first get it out the box. So now I've turned all the lights off, just so I can show you the lights. And doesn't that look absolutely superb? So you have the composite lights that light up. You've also got the directional lights. You also have the destination blinds, which also light up, as you can see, and of course the interior lighting. And of course you also have the door interlock lights as well, which also light up as well. That's absolutely stunning. So overall then, the new Bachmann Class 158 is a stunning model. Was it worth the wait? Yes. Is it worth the money? Yes. So both of those boxes have been ticked. This model really is a gem. Bachmann really have produced an item of quality here, and I can't fault it. It is an expensive model, but you do get what you pay for, and you do get your money's worth out of it. Considering detail things such as the working BSI couplings, working door interlock lights, and the destination blinds that light up, and the overall amount of detail that's gone into the model, it's absolutely stunning. If you're not willing to spend this much money on the 158, then go for the old model. But then if you are willing to spend this much money on the 158, on the new one, then do by all means go out and get one, because you won't be disappointed by it. It goes without saying that this is the most expensive model as of now that I have bought. But you know, I'm really glad that I did spend this much money on it, and I will spend this much money on other models in the future. I will make exceptions. And also, I do think that this easily has to be, I think, as of now, the best DMU that we've got on the market. It is a serious contender for that. And also I do think that this model could be up for winning Model of the Year award. It's an absolute stunner. So, highly recommend this model. It's well worth the money. So, go out and buy one. Or buy as many as you want. Because they really are amazing. They really are. No other word for it. So now I'm going to leave you with a few shots of the Class 158 running around Foxhill Junction. Thank you for watching my review on the new Bachmann Class 158, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, feel free to post a comment and hit the like button. Check out all our other videos, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.